Could a train start a war? I never thought I'd be saying this on the channel, but it looks like a new war could start because of a train. No, not this one. But yes, this one. I mean, seems harmless, right? Look at how diverse all those languages are. Yeah, apparently that seemingly innocent train is from Serbia. And on January 14th, it tried to go into Kosovo. Y'all remember the 90s, right? Because the 90s are calling, and it looks like they want to give us their foreign policy. For those of you that don't know, there was a war in the late 90s between Serbia, then called Yugoslavia, and Kosovo over land, ethnicity, etc. Look, I'm not going to go over the whole Balkans war here on this channel. This isn't a war channel. If you want to learn about it, there's something called Google. Anyway, back a couple years ago, Kosovo declared itself an independent nation away from Serbia, and Serbia didn't take that lightly. Fast forward to today, and here comes a train in Belgrade, Serbia that was bound for Mitrovica, Kosovo's apparent clay, that was plastered in a ton of languages saying Kosovo is Serbia. I've also found out I've been watching too much anime because the line that I saw and read first was the Japanese one. This apparently has taken the whole conflict now to a boiling point, which could turn into another war with Kosovo raiding 6,000 troops. And Serbia is prepping 60,000 troops that want to remove kebab. And personally, I don't mind kebab, especially the grilled ones. Oh, they kind of came out a little bit insensitive. Let's hope they don't let slip the trains of war, and as I frequently say here on the High Speed Rail America Club, quote from Mark Twain, history doesn't repeat itself, but it sure does rhyme. That doesn't really sound optimistic, but let's get on a more optimistic level. Let's go to a place with lots of kebab, Saudi Arabia. The Spanish consortium working on building a 275-mile-long high-speed rail route between the holy cities of Mecca and Medina finally woke from their siesta and ratified a deal on the revised schedule of the project, which will move forward. The $7.2 billion project was originally supposed to open in 2014, but got pushed back to January 2017, which was supposedly this month, but it was pushed back again to partial operations in 2017 and will fully open in March of 2018. Ay, que sorpresa. But no more delays now. They're actually testing the trains, which you can see here on the screen. And take a gander at those stations. I do have to say they're impressive and they do look fabulous, and this project hopefully does succeed. We'll keep you up to speed on any more delays. I mean, updates. Yes, updates. The UK is now looking forward to making HS2 a reality, stating on January 20th that they are now open to bids for the rolling stock of the ambitious and controversial high-speed rail plan. The first phase of the 140-mile line is expected to open in 2026, and trains are required to run at a maximum speed of 220 miles an hour, with the next phase opening in 2033. Of course, things would run smoother if it wasn't for a bunch of cheeky lads crying, "Not in my backyard." Fall completion dates, lots of NIMBYs. Sounds a lot like we have here in the homeland, California High-Speed Rail Authority. Which brings us to the next subject. As you may have seen, a whole ton of articles have come out saying that California is over budget again and behind schedule again. The story originates from the LA Times, which claims to have scans of an official FRA document in which it states that California needs $3 to $3.5 billion more dollars to fund the project. Now, looking here, I didn't see those numbers in there, honestly. What I see is $2 to $2.5 billion, but if anybody sees it, let me know. I have the link to it here in the description below. But $2 to $2.5 billion and a couple months back really isn't a big deal because, well, it's California and it's expected. And that last word I just said, you see, expected. That's the big problem here. The press, especially nowadays, loves to exaggerate all the wrong things. But hey, let's let go all of those road projects which are usually over budget and behind schedule. But all of a sudden there's this magic scrutiny over for high-speed rail in the United States. And there is a little bit of truth to it. Take the very recent 2nd Avenue subway expansion in Manhattan, and I'm all for transit construction. But $4.45 plus billion for a merely 2-mile line is absolutely appalling and disgusting, and will push away many potential supporters from actually backing transit projects because of fiscal responsibility. This isn't just New York. Miami spent more than $500 million for less than 2.4 miles. That's a $211 million per mile. In reality, California's high-speed rail plan is actually a steal of a deal compared to these apparent monstrosities for $123 million per mile. But you notice a pattern here. In the United States, a lot of these rail projects are prohibitively expensive, while places like South Korea can build an above-grade advanced maglev train for a cool $52 million per mile. The great and almighty Portlandia thinks a light rail system deserves a $204 million per mile price tag. Why? Well, the answer is coming next episode, which makes this the perfect time to shill for more subscribers. So if you want to keep receiving more news and updates about high-speed rail here in the United States and around the world, be sure to subscribe to the High-Speed Rail America Club by clicking the little button in the corner, in one of these two corners. I'm not quite sure because I'm not looking at you in the video. Or you can actually press subscribe, the red button underneath the video. Anything works, and you help the advocacy group here in the United States and everywhere else to make high-speed rail a reality. Also, I would like to get your input on the Obama High-Speed Rail Legacy mini documentary, which I'm making in progress. And I've gotten pretty busy recently with a new job and all, and so time is tight. But upon looking at the views of the trailer I made, well, it scratched around 600.5 or so, and the video I made of me talking about high-speed rail on my phone reached about 2,000 views around the same time. So apparently I'm more popular around here than President Obama. Well, former President Obama. That being said, I have a script done, but I want your opinion. If you really want to see a completed project, I can promise you that it's actually very fair and there's a lot to learn from it going forward. So let me know if you want to really see it in the description below. Now we're going to start a new tradition and end almost every episode now of the High-Speed Rail America Club with user submissions. So check out this one from a very good friend of the High-Speed Rail America Club, Ruben van Mijerow from Brussels, Belgium, when he took a ride on an Intercity Express 3 over in Europe. And wow, this looks fantastic. And that interior does look comfy, yet super modern. If you want to participate in the user submissions, head over to High-Speed Rail America Club's Facebook page and submit your pictures or video on a post and mention user submission in the description of the post. By the way, we just hit a 360 no-scope lead amount of subscribers. How dank. Also, join in the discussion below. Why do you think US rail projects are so prohibitively expensive compared to their foreign counterparts? So be sure to comment over here. We may feature your comments in the next video. With that being said, we'll see you next time.